Hey everyone, Tanya here. Welcome to Tanya's Tasteful Table. Hope everyone's doing well. Just want to share a quick video. I waited till after I completed prepping this. This is a nice crock pot meal. I have two medium-sized, small to medium-sized cabbages, and I just cut them up and put some onion in there and put a Polish kielbasa sausage on top. This will cook for about 3 hours. It'll take a while to break down all of this cabbage, but it's fine. So this is an easy weekday meal, and it can last all week long, at least 3 or 4 days. And have some cornbread on the side or garlic bread. Some people even add, like if you can eat potatoes, you know, put some red potatoes in there. I'm just doing cabbage, onions, and the sausage and cornbread. And I have some red beans that I cooked the other day, so I think I'll have a little red beans. That'll be my carb. A little red beans, cabbage, a sausage, a little small cornbread muffin, and that'll be dinner for like 3 days, you know. Guys, I think it's very important nowadays more than ever. You know, we're going into a new era that we, you know, just be more conscious of what we're spending. We need to be healthy. You know, make sure we get enough vitamins and minerals in our body as much as we can. Prices are going to go up. And, you know, once the administration said, you know, we're going to invoke tariffs and stuff like that, that signal to major corporations, you know, just go on and, you know, do what you need to do. Charge what you need to charge, you know, and, you know, so they're not going to really be concerned about our pocketbooks. They're going to, you know, try to, every little penny we make, they want that one. They want that penny and 5 more. You know, a lot of these corporations are getting, now let me say, I'm a small business owner. I'm all about getting your coins. I'm all about making a profit. What I'm not about is greed. You know, I mean, like you don't want these people, you don't want anyone else to have a good quality of life. And most Americans don't mind these corporations making money, being rich. It's just being extra greedy. You know, like how many yachts? You want to have 50 yachts. You know, 50 more, you want to get 50 more yachts. And the more that we give them, the more that we just go on and go along with the program, the more money they take from us, the more greedier they get. Greed is an insatiable appetite. Greedy people can never be satisfied. So we have to do as much as we can. Keep these on. I kept that off for too long. Just once you put your stuff in there, let it go. Okay, I have it on high. And so I'm going to be sharing content on just, you know, whatever we can do to be as self-sufficient as possible. I've told you in another video that I've voted in every election since 1980. That was Reagan Bush, I think the first one. I was in college. Our school had a voting precinct. I had already registered beforehand. They registered us that year at the school, and then we were voting by November. And so I've voted in every election for the last 44 years. That means 11 elections. I was raised up in the 60s. Things were not good for us in the 60s. And, you know, my parents had to do a lot of stuff in the 60s. And had to endure a lot of stuff in the 60s. And then, you know, my parents started, you know, a lot of these Democratic parties are what gave us as minority, as Black people, some space to breathe, some space, because the other administrations, they were all about exploitation. They wanted to exploit us. And the Democratic Party at that time were at least like, let's give people a chance. You can make your money, but that doesn't mean you have to bleed every little, abuse other Americans in the process. And that's all I'm about. If you can make your money, you put out a good product, the people will decide. But when you do everything to cheat and to stack the deck against your fellow countrymen, that's when I have a problem. So I've seen these phases, and I got hired. Speaking of phases, things were bad in the 60s. Then my mom and my dad, they got good jobs like in the late 60s, 70s. Then here I come along in the 80s. I got a good, I went to college. I followed the path they told us. I graduated from high school, went to college. Within 6 months, I got a good corporate job, stayed there for decades, and we had to, as people, as Black women, we had to go to work with, with some grace, some dignity. We had to dress right, have our hair together, and we did everything to have a good impression. The corporations, it's like you go anywhere, you go into any organization, they're going to check you out. How do you act? Do you fit in? Are you adding value? And, we had to do all of that. And against, in an organizations that was hostile towards us. And we had to slowly break down a lot of those walls. And a lot of this generation thinks that you can just go and buy a house anywhere you want it. Don't you know, in the 60s and 70s, we had to fight so that people wouldn't discriminate against us for where we wanted to live. You just weren't always able to just go into the suburbs and just get any house you want. They tried everything to, even if you had the money, you had cash, they tried everything so that you would not be moving into their neighborhoods. So I'm just saying all that to say, I've seen things, and when you live on this earth 60 years, you've seen the cycles. We've always been under attack. We've always fought back. Some of us didn't make it. A lot of us are making it. We've learned how to work around the system, because the system, is trying to bring us, it's not for us, okay? So be self-sufficient, manage your money, and don't you know, and I'm showing you this crock pot, because this is a humble meal, but it's still a good meal, okay? And the Black community, as soon as we get a little bit of money, don't you know, in 6 hours, we're giving it right back to our oppressors. We're giving it to people that don't care nothing about us, that really don't want us in their stores, really aren't targeting their merchandise towards us. And don't you know, other ethnicities, their money stays in their community for 22 days or more. And so we need to start working together. Back when I was growing up, we boycotted stuff. We knew that this store owner was mean and nasty, provided poor customer service to us. We didn't go there. We went to the store that was good to us. We put our money in the banks that were at least treated us, with some dignity. So that's what I'm all about. We live in tastefully for less. Making sure we look out for each other, budget, find the best deals you can, stop shopping at places that don't value you, and keep yourself. Black Friday should be you keeping your Black self at home or with your family, keeping your Black dollars in your Black wallet, in your Black purse, and making sure that your finances are in the Black. Not these greedy
corporations that don't care anything about you. So that's why this meal symbolizes nutrition. It symbolizes utilizing what you have. And as soon as we, like you say, Starbucks don't care nothing about you. I like Starbucks too, but that's a lot of money. And you know, this whole meal costs $12, under $12. Okay guys, so just wanted to share that with you. This is a good recipe. You got some cabbage, sausage, onions, put some potatoes in there if you can, and put it in that crock pot and get like 4 hours, it'll be ready. Okay, so you can be doing other things. You can be working on your website, selling your goods. We need to be coming together using a marketplace, or you know, selling stuff to each other, because they're gonna be jacking these prices up at these stores. All right guys, thanks so much. See you in my next video. Bye. Bye, Mom.